how did these three ordinary guys escape out of the most secure prison in the world? The first challenge was getting past 8 inches of dense concrete surrounding their cells. They came up with a plan to pocket things like spoons from the mess hall, beat up toothbrushes, and somehow even scored a motor ripped from a vacuum to help them get through. And every night without fail, these three guys would go at that wall, grinding it down bit by bit, even taking shots at it during daylight hours when the prison blasted music through the building, which soundproofed any sound they were making. Then, to keep the guards clueless, they'd plug the gap with just random junk they had lying around. Now jump ahead roughly 6 months of chipping away every single night. They finally broke into a service tunnel running behind the wall, but they were far from done because they still needed a way off a rock surrounded by ice-cold, open water. Considering Alcatraz was the most locked-down facility on the planet at the time, so the next stage was to quietly smuggle supplies into the tunnel day after day, little by little, somehow swiping more than 50 raincoats, stacks of rubber and timber, and piles of loose scrap from around the prison, all without anyone noticing, which gave them enough to piece together flotation vests, rowing paddles, and a full-blown inflatable raft to get them over the brutal currents surrounding Alcatraz. And after a year of silent preparation, everything was in place. First, they tucked dummy heads into each of their cots, molded from paper, soap, and strands of actual human hair. All three then wriggled through each of their gaps at once, patching them shut behind them for the very last time, and regrouped in the tunnel. They each scooped up their equipment and started the climb, navigating through a web of pipes and air ducts, dead silent the entire way, until they finally hit the top and squeezed through one remaining vent onto the roof. From there, they hustled to the edge, gripped a drain pipe, and rode it all the way to the ground, then scrambled over a towering perimeter wall and worked their way down to the water. Before a single guard could spot them, they threw the raft into the bay, piled in, and launched off from the most secure prison in the world, and were never found, leaving behind one of history's greatest unsolved cases.